Well, I got all the lights on, so I guess I'm gonna have to go like this. I guess next time I'll do the video during the daytime. This is Marduk here, aka Yvonne, and I just wanted to do a little video here of with everything going on between the Russia bomb explosion there, the nuclear, that they claimed at first was an accident. I knew right along it wasn't an accident. Just think about it. With everything going on, Putin is just, like Trump. Gotta show those muscles. Anyway, so that shot off some radiation, and you know the story of that. Well, there's all kinds of probably stories on that, but the truth is, there was an explosion. It was a nuclear missile. 7 people died right off the back, and now you got the radiation that's gonna filter on through. So there's that. And of course you got the Jeff Epstein. If you want to believe if he's dead, fine. If you don't, fine. I think that's just another distraction. He had a lot of connections with this also with the Muller report. And oh, that Muller report. That's what I really want to talk about. This lovely Muller report. 2.5 years. 2.5 years. $40 million spent of your tax dollars. They'll say it wasn't, but you know it was. On this whole investigation, collusion, and whatever else they wanted to throw in the melting pot there. If it wasn't one thing and they couldn't find it, let's dig and make up something else and find it. Now, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. I'm not a Republican, and I'm not a Democrat. I'm independent. I've been on both sides throughout my years. I'm going on 53 in a couple of months, so I can say I definitely have experienced quite a bit of the voting scenario and also listening to the elder generations. Anyway, my whole point with this whole Mueller report, and then of course the Jeff Epstein, if you all really pay attention, they had you all going, along with this QAnon. Let's not forget QAnon, or the Q, the Q. I was starting to think about the Q was right on. Anybody really know who the Q is? I have a hunch. Mr. T himself, or somebody very close to him. Because, there's so much that he doesn't tell the media that Q was saying. The only way Q would really know if she was very close to Trump. Anyways, getting back to the Mueller report. I get sidetracked easy, sorry. Too much of news. So they had us all thinking that Trump, was working with the Russian spies, Vietnam, and gonna meddle with our elections. Well, I saw this thing on Netflix. I hope I can remember the name of it. It was about the whole voting election there with the Clinton and the Trump deal. Well, there was this company that pretty much spent a lot of money running all these different ads to get all of us to wondering which one do we want, Clinton or Trump. And it was all over Facebook. There was a lot of polls. Well, come to find out, this company got the information from Facebook of all of us. In fact, this guy was able to sue this company. Of course, he had to kind of commute all over the world trying to get all of his data because it was taken from him, like all of our data is taken from us. So anyways, needless to say, this Mueller report, there are people on both sides between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party that all deals with the Freemason. There's all this stuff, that I can't probably come out with all the right technical words for that. I'm pretty much a layman's term type of person. I just spit it out there, no beating around the bush, or try not. So my hunch is that this whole thing, they really were wanting Clinton. They wanted Hillary to win. But they also had a backup because, you know, chips may fall where they may lead, and dominoes always fall where they fall. There's always a backup plan. If plan A doesn't work, you gotta have a plan B and a plan C. It's pretty much the way life is. Well, politics isn't anywhere different. So, getting back to the Mueller report, when you really look back now and look as you are now, it was very proven by Trump's side that when this whole thing was going to be done and proven that there was no collusion, no conspiracy, no meddling whatsoever between Trump and Putin and all this Russian stuff, okay? They were going to prosecute Hillary. After all, Trump made it clear, vote for me, you know, and he made it clear during his campaign there when him and Hillary are going back to back at it, you know. She was talking about if he won, he goes, yeah, if I won, you'd be in jail. Is she in jail? No. Is any of them in jail? No. Was there collusion? Well, I don't friggin' know. I think there was a collusion on both parties. I think both parties, their powers that be that supports the Democratic Party and Republican Party, you know, these higher uppers, the Freemasons, and the ladder keeps on going up and up because there's a government behind the government. Okay, that's not a conspiracy, that's a fact. They have us throughout the whole history of the United States fighting back and forth, and it's the Democrat, it's the Republican, it's the Democrat, it's Republican, it's both. So this whole Mueller report was just a damn smoke gun, mirage, show. Woohoo! We're gonna go after the Democratic Party and we're gonna friggin' make everybody pay for the treason. Guess what, American people? Treason is death penalty. If it was you and I that friggin' did any of this stuff that's been going on for the last 2.5 years of investigation of the Mueller report, you or I would have been in prison fast, probably executed, not even stepping foot in a prison. So isn't it funny that you got Hillary, Obama, and the whole damn cabal having fun, getting their paychecks still, every life is grand. You got Trump making sure everybody thinks that shit's gonna be taken care of. Really? Oh, there ain't gonna be no chemtrails. Really? America, you're not gonna be affected by the tariffs with China that I've done to them. You're not gonna have to pay more. Really? Lies upon lies upon lies. I am fed up with these friggin' lies. Not just with Trump, the whole damn government. Come on. Now if we speak our mind like I'm doing, we're called a conspiracist. Conspiracy. Oh, what happened to our constitutional right to have our freedom of speech? We don't have to like our government. We do not have to tolerate the crap. That's our right. And when a president is going to now tell you you're going to lose that right because it's against what they say, you all better wake up, because if YouTube is making sure different people who are trying to let you know what the hell is going on, if they're going to be shut up and put in these hospitals because they're called crazy, really? Crazy people don't really waste their time on YouTube and running their mouth. They kind of run the opposite way and hide. They don't like to be around people. Well, okay, then you got your sociopath, so that's a different story. But then there's always a thing of a gender. They make it clear. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to wake you all up. You all should be angry. You all should be asking what the hell is going on. At these Trump rallies, he says the same speech in every state. It's been the same speech for 2.5 years. Have you noticed how everything is I is in the middle of sin, which also goes along with Satan, which also goes as the devil, Lucifer. He wanted to be the most powerful. He wanted to be all about I. Gee, Trump. Not calling you the devil, but gee, Trump, can you get off your high horse about I? It's not all you, Mr. President. You say you're about the American people, but you want to sit there and talk about yourself and how great you are. You're boasting a little bit too much, sir. Tone it down. Because I'm not buying it anymore. And the Democratic Party? Oh my God, what a joke. So why can't a simple American citizen like myself or anybody else, yourself, who's ever watches, that doesn't have a lot of money, who might have some real good called common sense, why can't any of us ever run for the White House, the presidency? Because we're not in that loophole. We're not with that whole agenda. Because there's a big agenda. And now they want to shut everybody up and start making everybody pay because a lot of people are awake and we know what they're all about. So now that we all know, we have to be zipped up, shut up, and now institutions are going to be built because you're going to be called crazy. Crazy. The shooting at Walmart by a psychopath killer. He was crazy. I worked with a lot of crazy different people doing my nursing back in, 30 years plus. Dealt with schizophrenias, all kinds of people. They don't normally want a gun in their hand to go shooting at anybody. In fact, they usually stick to themselves. There is a few, yes, that like to go off and kill people. But they kind of, when they do that, they like to be a show. So there's always a warning sign about that. Like the person will be like dropping hints, or they'll definitely be acting quite like they got something going on. And they'll drop a hint before they do, because after all, they want people to watch. That's that group. But the other group that I think Trump is really trying to target, they're more paranoid to be away from people because they'll feel that people are after them. So they're not going to go running after you, they'll be running away from you. There's a big difference. So we're all going to be starting to be categorized. Book of Revelation talked about that as well. In the end times, the beast, who will help uprise the Antichrist, will be wanting to be boasting about being all-powerful, and will be making it so that nobody can disagree with him. It will be what he says, meaning the beast. Am I calling Trump the beast? No. I'll tell you what, he better get off his high horse, because, people who kind of blow their horn too long end up getting plugged. And that's not a threat. That's just, you see, after a while, whatever you do, if you're screwing it up, it's gonna come out. It ain't gonna stay hidden. That's my point. So the more he toots his horn, he's gonna end up with a flat tire because he's tooting it too much. It's boasting. I don't think boasting is damn right cool. So say if he's gonna complain about everybody else that's doing the same thing he's doing. So when you all get ready to vote in 2020, I hope you all are thinking loud and clear in that head. Hope you're not getting distracted, because there's a lot of distraction going on. Oh, and by the way, getting back to the beast, Mr. President Trump, his son-in-law is really advocating about that in Israel. Pay attention to that. Since when are we gonna take up housing, so to speak, in another country? Anybody that follows the Bible and reads it, you'll know exactly where I'm going with that. And if you don't know, you might want to go pick up a Bible. King James is really good about it. Get back and check out Revelation. You'll see the beast works with Israel. And the Zionists that Trump doesn't want people to talk about, there's a reason why. Because see, there's Jews and there's Zionist Jews. Who hung Jesus on the cross? Go find out. You'll see where that leads you. To Zionists. Yep. It's not a hidden subject. They boast about it themselves. So, in a nutshell, with this whole Muller report, I hope you all enjoyed seeing $40 million be wasted to distract us all. And isn't it nice that you're not going to see anybody in jail, prison, or executed for the treason and crimes that has been committed? But don't worry, if you and I did it, we would have been held accountable. And as far as my theory about Jeff Epstein, he didn't kill himself. He didn't get killed because he's a very powerful player in this whole thing. I believe he's living a happy life somewhere, and he just didn't have to go to jail and get punished now, did he? And if you think that's going to end the sex trafficking because he's now gone bye-bye in whatever way you want to think, no, because somebody else is now going to take over, and he'll be in a way background. You'll never hear from him, but he'll keep things going. People like that don't drop off the earth that easy. So I hope you all think, as you listen to your news, really weed it out and get ready, because as they're shutting us all up, they're going to be shutting you up too. And if you call that freedom, then man, I guess you never knew what America really used to be like. From now on, take care, peace out, be safe.